It's time once again for That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly. That Business Show gives a voice to Tampa Bay's entrepreneurial community and highlights our community leaders, aiming to inspire and educate our listeners. Become a part of the entrepreneurial movement today by becoming a member of the Tampa Bay Business Owners and get your brand on air today. Visit TampaBayRadio.com for more information. All shows available on demand. Now, here are your hosts, Jamie and Kelly.
Hey, good morning, everybody, and thanks for tuning in to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business. Kelly, good morning to you. How is your day going so far?
Good morning.
It's too early to tell?
Just a little bit. It's, a little too early yet, and it's still chilly.
Yes, very cold out there. I can see you're all bundled up again. I myself in my normal short sleeves and jeans, but I grew up in the north, so I'm used to this cool weather.
Well, I grew up there too. That doesn't matter after you're here for so many years. You're just freezing.
You know, it's funny though, when this weather gets down low, though, it becomes like almost front page news, and it becomes a major talking point. This is just a normal day for people up north. I always say I'd hate to see what happens down here if it ever snows down here, especially on the roads with all the drivers, and look what happens when it rains out there. Can you imagine?
Hopefully
if it
no one would leave their homes.
No,
hopefully.
well, they would just get in accidents left and right, and it would clog up the interstate nonetheless. But just a nice cool day out there. So yeah, dress warm for people out there that are used to the Florida heat. It's supposed to be probably in the 70s.
Yeah, it is supposed to get up to 70. So yeah, it is. Only in Florida do you start with a few layers, and then as the day progresses, you slowly shred them. Because it gets warm once the sun comes out.
I'm the type of person I like to keep the rooms cold anyways, and so the cooler it is, the nicer it is to me, and so it's just a way to kind of keep the air conditioning off now. So that's a nice thing.
Yeah, I have the heat on.
You got the heat on.
Yeah, I think heat costs more than the AC actually. So
I don't know in terms of
in
wattage what it's using, but nonetheless, you've already got the heat on. All you got to do is put on an extra blanket.
I have electric blankets, actually. I've been using electric blankets since the summertime. They never leave the bed.
In Florida? Really? Good. I think you're the only person in this state that actually has electric blankets.
It stays on. But, there's nothing better than having a warm bed when you're going to get into it, right? So you turn it on long enough just to warm the bed up, and then you turn it off.
Yeah. And that's our guest for the segment here. Brian Cordfeld joins us in. He's the founder and CEO of Popcorn Apps, and you can learn more about him throughout the discussion, popcornapps.com. Be sure to put a K in popcorn. Brian, you're not a fan of the electric blankets?
He doesn't like the cold, period.
I just don't like the cold. I was born and raised in Clearwater. I live in Tampa now. I did 4 years of undergraduate college up in Michigan, and I'm very happy to be back in the warmth where the changing seasons are.
I mean,
I put on a sweater. That makes it really cold. I like that you're talking the natural disaster, though, of what snow would be. I did live out in L.A. for a couple years, and any time there was a light drizzle, people would treat it like it was the end of the world and the apocalypse was coming. Whereas here, it's torrential downpour, and I'm like, yeah, sure, it's baseball weather. It's great.
Yeah. No, I mean, I grew up on sleet and ice, and so, I mean, a little bit of rain's no big deal to me, but down here, it's like a natural disaster. Who knows what would happen if we ever got ice on the roads out there, a little black ice or something out there where people couldn't see and whatnot would happen.
It's
I'll
dangerous,
be at home if that the day
I
that
would
happens.
be also. Yeah, I wouldn't be trying to venture out.
So Brian is in the business of app design, a very good business to help develop your business, get an app to go along with your product or your service, and Brian has worked on a number of them. Brian, what type of people should pick up the phone and give you a call right now? Talk to us about that and services that you're currently offering.
Yeah, thank you. The first type of person that I tend to work with a lot is the newer entrepreneur, and the person who is sitting around the table at the bar or wherever it is and saying, oh, wow, that's a good idea. There should be an app for that. That's the type of person who I really specialize in working with and really helping get your concept from just an idea all the way through to the point where it's live on the store, and help with the business consulting and help with how to really start a business and how to get going for the first time. Some people I work with have started multiple businesses. Some people I work with, this is their very first time. But we have different types of services that can help pull it all together, such as connections with different marketing agencies in the area, different lawyers, different whatever you would need, can help with different strategies, how you could turn your app idea to an actual business. I was actually talking with investors, people who we connect with, about an idea that had recently come to me. And he had said, it's a good app, I don't know if it's a business. And when I started telling him where the aspects of the business come in and where the money can be made, he said, oh yeah, now I actually see it as a business. And so those are the types of things that we will do for
But aren't most people coming to you with an app to supplement an existing business versus coming to you with an app to be the business?
Oh, and that's the second That's the second piece of it. It is the app to supplement the business. So people who are either selling products or they want a different type of management for their store, or they want some sort of sales base, or they want something to help with their business. Those are the other types of people or the other clients that we really work very well with, and we have a number of different clients who are the businesses who are trying to grow their business, get more eyes on their business, find different ways. I was recently contacted by a local blog that has a number of web viewers, and they want to supplement it with an app business which could then get different types of viewers and all sorts of different types of, we'll call it media and functionality that an app can do that a website can't. So how to drive it to the next level. And the way that we do our business is we keep our costs to a point where it's in the affordable range.
What I was going to say, what are some of the specific things that apps can do that websites can't?
It's a lot more direct to phone, push notifications, things that will pop up on your phone, different types of reminders. Media, sometimes it's easier to view on a phone and actually will download faster than on a web server. Faster going between pages. Websites tend to take a lot longer to load than apps do, because in apps you've already downloaded a lot of the information and it's stored with your phone and pre-exists there, whereas websites, it's refreshing and reloading every time.
Because we can still, on your phone, you can actually still pull up the websites. I did know sometimes it does take longer, like if you're trying, is that what you're talking about? And sometimes
exactly.
the compatibility or the format, like it just doesn't look right.
Exactly. And a lot of people haven't necessarily switched over. Google, a couple years ago, started to require for their search engine optimization that all websites are mobile compliant, so they would actually look like a good mobile site on your phone. And a number of websites have gone to it, but they haven't necessarily made it look and feel correct on the right way. And there are differences on the different platforms.
You mentioned push notifications. What specifically is a push notification?
That's a great question.
I think they're annoying.
You can always disable them for every app that's a required rule.
They're always in the settings.
Is that in
It's
settings?
always in the
Okay.
settings. So
I'll have to go look for
a
that.
push notification is a notification that pops up on your phone, similar to a text message that pops up on your phone. But instead of it coming from a message or another person, it comes from the app directly. So it's a reminder. It's something that will pop up. It's a calendar event. And an example of it that we use for the app called the HAP, or what was formerly known as Cheap Buzz, for deals at bars. There's a setting for certain bars that are the premium bars can send push notifications for deals, so they pop up on your phone a half an hour before the deal will start.
So some people are excited to get push notifications.
Oh, some people love it. Some people absolutely love it, and that's how they almost manage their lives, is they could do everything through their phone through a push notification.
Oh, okay.
And if you think of it like a calendar pop-up, a reminder, something along those lines. So now, after I'll say, misremembered the morning that I was supposed to be on the radio.
We could have sent you a push notification.
Exactly. And if you have a calendar pop-up or notification, it's right there. It's right in front of your face, so you can't miss it. You can't forget it.
Now, you're talking a minute ago about, apps becoming the business in and of itself. I mean, a lot of people think of apps as kind of being supplemental to things. Are people having success with designing a business solely around the app itself?
Oh, there's a ton of success around designing of apps, just designing of a business around an app itself. There's a lot of different startups who have just been app-based. There's a lot of different companies now that are getting away from web pages and going more towards apps, because you could be a lot more customized. You know that the eyes are going to be on that app and on that business, versus going through something like a Google where they might be finding some sort of competition or another vendor that might have slightly better search engine optimization. If they're always going to your app, that cuts out all of that type of competition. So a lot of companies are going that way. And I know I've brought this up before, but there is the hypothesis out there that in the next 2 to 3 years, the World Wide Web as we know it really won't exist in the same way. It'll be a lot more app-based and functionality. It's a lot of people think like the sport of football, NFL football, is going to change drastically in the next 10 to 20 years because of head injuries. And I was actually reading an article, I forget which NFL player, it might have been Drew Brees, was talking about how he's encouraged his kids all to play flag football only and not tackle.
Yeah.
And it's going to potentially change the way that the game of football is going forward, just like the way apps are changing the way technology is going forward and how it really can create a whole new line of the business and really cut out other aspects which are starting to become obsolete.
Well, I've noticed like when you search a website and then you find it and then it says download our app. So it's actually prompting you to do that. Not most of the information then is on the app. You can't get it on the website.
And that's a lot of the reason why is because those
so you think
businesses
more is going to be doing that?
Exactly, because the businesses want you to stay on their app and their app only.
Yeah, but then you have to download the app. I guess you can always delete it, which is what I do. I'll download it to get the information I need, and then I delete the app.
Most people are not like you. Most people aren't actually going to delete their app, and most people will keep a ton of apps on their phone.
But they only have so much room.
Well, it depends on how many pictures and music you have on your phone.
Right.
Most of these phones now with 32, 64, 128 gigabytes, there's a lot of apps. They don't take up that much space. Where that actual difference comes in, and there's a lot of mental studies about it, and they call it the top 25. Really, most people have about
mental studies.
No, seriously, about the way people use their phones, and about how people can how you want to get a new app and be in the top 25 of people's phones, because most people use on average or a maximum 25 different apps. Even if they have downloaded 50, 75, 100, they're really only using up to 25. So you need to break into that 25. And how are you going to replace something else that's already there?
So, Jamie, we need to come up with an app, and it has to be so good we have to be in the top 25 that they use daily.
I've wanted to have an app. There's some radio shows out there. I showed you Cigar Dave's app just yesterday.
I've been telling you, Jamie.
Right?
We've been
Yeah,
talking about this for a year now. When are we going to actually get this going?
We need to. Now, how does app cost compare to website cost for somebody who doesn't have either? Are they similar if you're going to do one or the other? How do they compare in costs?
If you are doing one system, the cost would be somewhat similar. A single app tends to be a little bit further, but by one system, I mean apps really live on two different stores. There's an iOS store and the Android store. And so because they live on two different stores, they are two different entities, and the developments can be done simultaneously. There's a lot of software that can convert them from one to the other, but there's still enough differences that it's two different developments instead of one major development. So doing the two apps combined would be more expensive than a website, but generally the return on investment tends to be much, much higher at this point.
What about the cost to maintain the app?
So a lot of the cost to maintain the app depends. We do offer maintenance contracts potential if you are looking into that. We do offer 6-month bug-free guarantee, so the maintenance, you wouldn't even really need anything extreme over those first 6 months. Or we can also just do a maintenance package of updates as you're going. And if you're looking for continual updates, new features, update as the different softwares update, which is something that you need to do after you put an app on the store. If iOS comes out with a new software, you do need to update certain aspects of an app to make sure that it's compliant with the new software. We could either do it by a contract or we could do it by the job as needed.
All right. Brian Kornfeld, founder and CEO of Popcorn Apps. If you could use his services, give him a call, 727-415-6705, 727-415-6705, or visit popcornapps.com. Be sure to put a K in popcorn, popcornapps.com. You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business.
Are you in need of new flooring or ready to tackle that home remodeling project? Then contact Yeager & Company Incorporated, a family-owned, state-certified general contracting business with over 70 years of experience and the recipient of the Angie's List Super Service Award for the last 8 years in multiple categories. Yeager & Company comes to you with their shop-at-home flooring sales service, and their hardwood flooring refinishing is the very best in the Bay. Kitchen and bath design featuring American-made, well-born cabinets, and all work is done by employees, not subcontractors. Learn more at YeagerFlooring.com.
If you've been following That Business Show on Facebook and Twitter, you may have noticed the quality of some of our images. That's because one of our sponsors is pro photographer Rick Taseda, a member of the Professional Photographers of America. You can view his extensive work by going to his website at ricktaseda.com or call him for an appointment to chat about your photography needs at 813-641-4757. That's 813-641-4757. Rick Taseda Visuals. Call him for your next event or project.
Savvy business owners utilize technology to connect with customers, communicate among teams, and collaborate with partners. Even with advances in technology, you all know it's not infallible. Where do you turn when your technology starts working against you? Who do you depend on to keep your team productive? Don't wait until your technology fails you. Get ahead of the crisis and contact the professionals at Alpha Computing Solutions so they can show you how to keep your technology running smoothly. Visit them online at www.alphacomputing.com.
Who doesn't have a smartphone these days? And of course, there's an app for everything. Well, almost everything. That's why the folks at Popcorn Apps started developing mobile applications. They saw people like you with genius ideas, unable to make those thoughts a reality. They develop applications for tens of thousands of dollars less than you'll find anywhere else, and will turn your idea into a reality in a matter of just a few months. Think you're not ready? Think again. They are your one-stop shop for mobile application development. See them at popcornapps.com with a K in popcorn, or call them at 727-415-6705 for your free consultation and pop your kernel of an idea into $1 million business and a world changer starting today. What's up, business rock stars? Are you ready to bring out the CEO in you? Join Julianne Nichols, CEO of Focus on You Strategy, every other Friday on That Business Show. She'll be talking with other chief entrepreneurial officers about how they grew their businesses. Remember, you could join the conversation at Focus on You Strategies Focus Fridays Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Focus Fridays. That's facebook.com/groups/Focus Fridays. Be the CEO of you. Did you know the biggest challenge business leaders face today is creating an engaged and productive workforce culture? Bill Meyer Ham Consulting wants to help you solve this challenge. They will help you transform your workforce culture to produce amazing business results. Call Bill Meyer Ham Consulting at 941-201-4650 today, or visit BillMeyerHam.com. That's BillMeyerHam.com. Have a conversation.
I knew Mom wanted to stay at home. It's the center of her family, her life. But helping Mom stay in her home while managing mine was just too much. Honestly, it wasn't just about me. Mom didn't want me to be her caretaker. She wanted me to be her daughter. I felt so alone until I found out about Home Instead Senior Care. When we met the people at Home Instead, we just knew they were different. The experience was personal. And most importantly, for Mom and me, I get to be her daughter again.
Home Instead Senior Care. To us, it's personal.
From the RP Funding Traffic Network.
Slow traffic on southbound 275 between Fletcher Avenue and Hillsborough. Crash off to the left-hand side just south of Sly. Also delays on westbound I-4 from Alexander over towards McIntosh, and westbound I-4 from before the Selma connector to 275. See traffic problems, call the injury firm of Abrahamson Urich. Hillsborough traffic tip line 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by the USDA, HHS, and the Ad Council. Wash surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water while preparing food. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year, and roughly 3,000 will die. But you can keep your family safer by cleaning with soap and water as you go. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Chilly in the morning and then mostly sunny and warmer with a high 75. Tonight, not as cool, mostly clear, low 59. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high 78.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Missed the show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here are your hosts, Jamie and Kelly.
And welcome back to the program, everyone. You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business. If you're wondering how to get on the program, you can visit tbsinterview.com for more information. Talking to Brian Kornfeld, founder and CEO of Popcorn Apps. You can learn more at popcornapps.com. Be sure to put a K in popcorn. And Brian, we got Thanksgiving right around the corner. Let's do a little holiday talk here. What are you thankful for?
So this has been a really good year, and it's always important to me to say thank you to people. Means something to me through the year. So first off, thank you to my family who has been very supportive through this endeavor. I know there's a lot of long hours, some long nights, talking with people, working with different clients, and really appreciative of that. Thankful to all my clients and everybody who's even in discussions. I know there's a number of you out there, and very thankful for what you guys have put in, for the trust you've put into myself and into Popcorn Apps, and hopeful that you are thankful to us as well, that we've been able to support you as needed. And thankful, I really have to say thank you to Jamie and Kelly for this. This year, I've really expanded some of the marketing I've been doing, and this has been part of it. And I've seen some real positive results on the business and some good return on this. So I'm really happy with this, and just want to make sure to say thank you and take the time out to be appreciative of everything that's been ongoing.
We appreciate the support as well. It's also been a transitional year for myself of 9 years of just straight real estate, and over the last couple of years focusing more on radio and the Tampa Bay business owners. And so definitely feel you on that.
It seems to be going quite well. And I hear you now. Is that a new website for?
Working on a new website. Now we just need to get that app up there, right?
Yeah, we do need an app.
Hey, if you need an app, I know someone you could talk to.
I know you do. Kelly, what are you thankful for this year?
I'm thankful for a lot. I think obviously thankful for my family and those that have stuck in there with me through all of my goals and aspirations and dreams of being an entrepreneur and owning my own business. And like you said, I mean, it's not easy. Our spouses, our family, everyone has to be supportive and hang in there with us. So I'm very thankful for my own perseverance and drive that keeps me going every morning as well. And I'm also thankful for following my instincts and listening to my heart and going forward. So, and I'm thankful for my health. And I'm at 5 weeks no smoking.
Yes, that's right. Kelly has quit smoking, by the way. So 5 weeks here on the program, 5 weeks without smoking. So we always have a new
friend in food. But other than that, luckily it's not alcohol or anything else. But no, I've definitely put on a few pounds. But thankfully I was I needed that anyway. Yep. So, but no, feeling good. I'm very thankful.
And of course, I'm thankful for friends and family, and for all the listeners out there that tune into the program each and every day. All the members of the Tampa Bay business owners, all the sponsors of the program who help, keep the show on the airwaves, and of course to all of my staff who help. The behind the scenes that goes on with this program. There's a lot of work that goes on with this program. So.
I should add, I'm very thankful for you, Jamie.
Oh, thank you.
It's very nice to be here and be a part of the show. I enjoy very much our collaborative efforts in business, and I'm excited that we have a lot to look forward to.
Absolutely. And
that was right teed up for you. I'm surprised you missed that the first time around.
Well, it was coming. I was trying to just it was flowing.
Kidding.
So like I said, people that know me well, when I created the radio show, I never intended to do all of this. I just started doing a show on real estate 3 years ago, just a weekly show, and it's morphed into something way bigger than what I ever intended to creating. So very thankful for that and the support that the community has given. Brian, we got about a minute left. Give a final pitch there for your product and who should contact you and your services.
Yeah, so if you're the one sitting out there, if you're the one who says, oh, I have a great idea for an app, or there should be an app for that, please give us a call, 727-415-6705, and we will do everything that we can to help you take that idea, make it a reality, and so you are no longer the person saying, man, I wish I would have actually acted on that idea, and you're the one who's actually the CEO and calling the decisions, and it really can be life-changing for you. So I really encourage people, take that phone call, we'll sit down, we'll have a free consultation, I'll even buy a drink, and we're good to go.
All right. Brian Kornfeld, founder and CEO of Popcorn Apps, thank you so much, and happy Thanksgiving to you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
And again, the phone number one more time, 727-415-6705, or visit popcornapps.com. Be sure to put a K in popcorn. Coming back for a break, we're going to be talking to Tim Pickens, creator of the Wonderfall, a unique creation, so stay tuned for that on That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business.
I feel guilty that I can't always be there when Mom feels stuck at home. She was always there for us. But now she can't get out, and I'm not always available to take her places. Someone else needs to help her get around. Then I learned about Home Instead. Now Mom can do what she enjoys because her personal caregiver is there, and I can just be a daughter again.
Are you struggling to care for your loved one? We can help. Home Instead Senior Care. To us, it's personal.
Hi, welcome to Yeager's. We just want to take a minute and show you what we're all about. At Yeager's, our primary business is hardwood flooring, although we are remodelers for kitchen, bath, and general construction. We operate a fleet of shop-at-home vans that have all the flooring-type products, hardwood flooring, laminate flooring, tiles, stone, what have you. So we're able to come out first with products in our vehicles and take a look at the setting, how the colors will work, and then to be able to come up with some options and ideas for you. If that's not good enough, we have a large distribution center that we inventory product and have a nice display area.
Connector to 275. See traffic problems. Call the engineering firm of Abrahamson Urich, Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
Mothers Against Drunk Driving supports victims of drunk driving, drug driving, and underage drinking at no charge. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org. That's MADD.org.
1250 winds weather center forecasts. Another cold morning to wake up to. Eventually, sunny skies warming into the mid-70s. Not so bad for the low tonight, upper 50s. We'll see those upper 70s near 80 temps return tomorrow. Impact Radio 1250 winds, WHNZ.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly on 1250 Winds WHNZ. Missed the show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here are your hosts, Jamie and Kelly.
And we're back to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business. Want to put out a quick word for our upcoming main event. That's going to be on December 7th at the Center Club from 5 to 7:30. That is free to the Tampa Bay business owner members. And if you would like to attend it and you've never been to an event before, we will give you a pass. Just send over an email to jamie@tampabayradio.com and request a ticket to the event, and we'll get you by there. It's at the Center Club from 5 to 7:30, and it's going to be a panel of experts on goal fulfillment. So we talk with 4 professionals and how they track and measure their progress throughout the year, and also how they're going to do it in 2017. So a good year-ending event.
Perfect timing. I was just going to say that for the end of the year and getting ready for 2017. So if you didn't meet all of your goals yet this year, make sure we're going to help you do them next year.
And the main event being one of the signature events of the Tampa Bay Business Owners member benefit that is free. We put those on once a month at the Center Club, always the first Wednesday of the month, so you know exactly when they are going to happen, 5 to 7:30. And again, learn more about TBBO over at tbbo.org. And also, we got a lot of information up about TBBO over on TampaBayRadio.com. Our next guest for the program is one of our newest members in the Tampa Bay Business Owners. It is Tim Pickens, owner of the Wonderfall, and you can learn more about this at mywonderfall.com. So, Tim, welcome to the program today.
Hey, thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Kelly.
So, I met Tim a couple weeks ago, and he's got this interesting little apparatus here, and it dispenses confetti, and so it's perfect for like an event or a party, and it's wireless, it runs off of batteries, and so I'll let him share a little bit more about this, but go ahead and tell us more specifically what the Wonderfall is.
Well, basically, it's a machine that can drop different types of confetti. It can be a snow confetti of different materials. It could be flower petals, regular party confetti, and this particular machine is wireless, which makes it a lot easier to use and turn it on and off at will. So we just came out with it. You know, the original invention was a machine for a village display. And
what happened in the beginning to cause the creation of the Wonderfall? You said this was a village situation or scenario.
That's right.
Okay, how'd that happen?
Well, years ago, I never knew I had the ability to be an inventor.
And I had
That's
just
very cool.
come back to Tampa from seminary, and my sister was going through a rough time. It was late November, and she needed help setting up her village display. I set up her village display. It was like 2 or 3 different tiers, and I had the skating pond and the whole thing. But when we were done, we realized we didn't have any snow to put on the display floor. So there were 2 styrofoam blocks left over. I grabbed them, rubbed them together above the little village houses.
A little snow there, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
and it was very cool. It had a nice little snowfall effect, and I looked at my sister. I said, we should go buy a snow machine. And as it was, there were no snow machines.
You couldn't find one.
That's right. But the odd thing is that I forgot about it. I let it go. Not a big deal. We had snow on the display. We had a wonderful Christmas. And in late January, now that everything's passed, I'm right on the verge of falling asleep in bed. And this idea pops into my head out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see before me practically a machine, a box with holes in the bottom. And right away I understood what I was seeing. If the holes were the right size in the box, it would take very little agitation, just gradually agitate the snow out of the unit. And it was such a unique experience. I said, all right.
It was almost like it was given to you.
Absolutely.
I mean, from the man above, possibly.
I said, God, as long as
it's amazing how that
I'm going to follow this lead. And as soon as I get a closed door, I'm walking away.
He gave you the idea. He didn't give you the design plans, though. So you had to figure all that out on your own, though, right?
That's right.
You only get some of the information.
You just got the idea. You didn't know the specs and all that stuff.
There
so
you
that's
go.
where you had to come in.
But I ended up making the prototype. It ended up working well. My church, Idlewild, was the first church to use the machine. We also, of course, the original invention was for a village display, snow machine, and village displays were very hot in the early 90s. And so I went to meet with Robert at Robert's Christmas Wonderland. He liked it. We ended up going up to Eden Prairie, Minnesota. We sold the concept and the patent to Department 56. And they used it for several years.
So what is Department 56?
Department 56 does collectible, nice porcelain village houses that are high-end.
Okay, so your first creation, you sold the patent off, and
I didn't sell the patent off. I gave them rights to make it.
Okay.
And they ended up coming up with their own design. They changed a couple things, which is fine. But I was quite taken back by the whole thing. I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. So it's funny because from then on, when I had ideas go through my head, I said, all right,
you
stop
have to pay
those
attention.
presses. I want to look at this idea just a little longer.
Did you think you were going to be an inventor full time at that point, or did you go back?
No,
Well,
I
it depends
didn't.
how often they're coming at you, right?
No, but it's funny because not long after that, I had another idea for an invention that I sold to Carter's that makes, the baby stuff, and sold a little lamp to them. It's pretty cool. But the small snow machine, after Department 56 took it, I let them have that. My brother said, you should make a big machine for window displays. And that's what I've been doing for the last 20 years, is I make a large snow machine that's 4 feet long. And the whole brand, the whole thing about our products is it creates long-lasting effects. It's not a party popper. We can create a snowfall effect in window displays for 6 to 8 hours.
And
it takes about 5 minutes to refill it. We've had many people over the years, large corporations use it, retail people that have used it in their windows. It's been a great experience. We've had a lot of fun with it.
Now, the design that's in the box that you have with us today, Gary, can we get that the box up on the camera there? But is that similar to the first creation that you sold to Department 56?
Yes.
How does it differ from
generally
that?
about the same size. The unique thing about this machine, though, is it's adjustable. So we have different types of snow effects. We have a white confetti that's square tissue that floats wonderfully through the air. We have a starch-based snow that's biodegradable,
and you would have to adjust the slide on the machine to adjust it for that particular size confetti.
What type of dispersion area does it create? Can you do something just over a door and it falls straight down, or can it disperse over a large area?
Most any confetti has a little dispersion rate where it has a spread factor on it. The tissue confetti has a big spread factor because as soon as the confetti hits the air, it falls end over end a lot of times and will spread nicely. And that's what this machine does. It comes with a bag of white tissue confetti and a bag of party confetti.
Now, where is it distributed at right now, and how can people pick these things up?
Mainly through our website. We have an Amazon store, and you go to mywonderfall.com.
And you've got a big shipment though coming in right now. I mean, this product is going to be in storefronts. Am I correct with that?
That's right. We're going to have a container delivered to our warehouse tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. I've got a bunch of guys ready, and we're going to have a little conveyor line set up, and it's pretty exciting.
It is exciting. It's very exciting. So, are you going to be in different stores as well?
We have a distributor. And we just launched, so the whole thing is quite new, and it takes a.
When did it launch?
It launched earlier this year.
Okay, so this is like your own home plan or home box.
It's nice.
Like
It's a nice little
but it's been
event.
kind of a soft launch. We haven't made that big a
I love the idea of having snow outside your window. Like,
yes, we did a video, and it came out amazingly well. We were so happy with it.
so how does that work? You would just set it up outside of your window, and
Well, you have to you set up a simple bracket on the outside of your window and get some lighting going on. When the sun goes down and it's dark outside, you can click the machine on, and you've got snowfall effect.
What's the cost of one of the units?
MSRP is $79.95. Right now, we have some 30% off offer going on, especially with Black Friday coming up.
And you've got it all demonstrated over on the site, mywonderfall.com.
Mm-hmm.
And for people that are listening at home, I mean, this is like the type of thing that you would see on Shark Tank. Have you ever been approached by the guys over at Shark Tank? Or,
no, I haven't. And,
I'm surprised with all of your inventions.
I know.
You'd be a great
well,
candidate.
yeah, that's
Something to think about.
So this has all been created and funded all by yourself. Have you had the backing of investors before today?
No, not really. No.
Was it difficult putting together that How do you put together that prototype? Because when you have that idea, I mean, because that involves some engineering and probably some machines that the average person is going to have access to. How did you put together the apparatus or the device for the first time?
The grid, the machine is basically a long rectangular box, and there's holes on the bottom, and you need some agitation in there. So the agitation, that part was easy. Attaching a motor and getting a grid to move back and forth to agitate all the material out, I ended up using a dowel frame with chicken wire.
Okay, so you rigged something up for the first time. And
it was
you
total prototype. I'd never been an inventor and didn't know what I was doing, but I was so excited about having this thing pop into my head, and it was such an unusual experience. I just had to keep following up on it. And
especially when you look to see what's sitting before you right now, a box of your creation.
That's right.
How amazing is that? You have an idea, and like Brian said earlier, you have to act on it. If you have an idea, do something about it, make it happen. And look, I mean,
I
you've got
needed
this
to
product.
respect the
don't waste it.
That's
exactly.
Right. That's right.
Utilize
Follow
it.
through with it. And, respect the things that come through your head at times. Pay attention to them. Watch them.
But what did you do after you had the prototype? Then who would you go to then to design that so it looks nice?
I went to Robert's Christmas Wonderland.
Okay.
And the first thing we noticed right away when I hung it up in my sister's house was how long it lasted, because the grid was only moving 3 or 4 RPMs. And we got the holes the right size, we got the confetti right, and we were like, wow, this is really going a long time. This has got some potential. And so I made a couple more, took it to Robert's Christmas Wonderland. He was very helpful. We created a little test market group. He handed it to some of his customers. They loved it. He called Department 56 and said, hey, you guys, you need to look at this. So they liked it right off the bat. They didn't even care if the patent had issued. I filed a patent. It was patent pending. They didn't care. They liked it. They wanted to offer it to their customers. They ended up doing their own design with it, and I ran off and did mine. I couldn't do something to compete with them, but I could do a large one for the window displays and for theater and church programs, that kind of thing.
Yeah, because I met you last week, and I was looking at the creation or the invention there. I couldn't really think anything out there on the market that competes with that in terms of confetti and snow dispenser.
Well, there's a lot of flicker things, the stick that you can flick confetti out, and it'll float for a while. But this is a long-lasting effect. This will go up to 5 hours. On average, it's about 3-hour effect.
How do you mount it to, say you want to put it above an entryway? How is it mounted to a wall or a ceiling?
We've got several different ways to mount. We have a ball joint that you can screw right into your sheetrock ceiling. It actually comes with a drywall anchor, and it's white, so it hides, but it would hug the ceiling, and even if it's vaulted, it would level itself out. We also have a little hook that snaps into the head of the unit, and you can hang it off a pipe, you can hang it off a rafter, you can hang it off a chandelier. Outside of that, we've got a rim around the whole unit that has holes in it, and if you wanted to just wire it up somewhere, you could do that too. Okay. So it's pretty easy.
This is all on display too at their website, mywonderfall.com. Again, talking to the owner and the creator of the device, the Wonderfall, Mr. Tim Pickens. Got to take a break here, but we'll be back and finish up with him on That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business.
Did you know the biggest challenge business leaders face today is creating an engaged and productive workforce culture? Bill Meyer Ham Consulting wants to help you solve this challenge. They will help you transform your workforce culture to produce amazing business results. Call Bill Meyer Ham Consulting at 941-201-4650 today or visit BillMeyerHam.com. That's BillMeyerHam.com. Have a conversation.
I knew Mom wanted to stay at home. It's the center of her family, her life. But helping Mom stay in her home while managing mine was just too much. Honestly, it wasn't just about me. Mom didn't want me to be her caretaker. She wanted me to be her daughter. I felt so alone until I found out about Home Instead Senior Care. When we met the people at Home Instead, we just knew they were different. The experience was personal. And most importantly, for Mom and me, I get to be her daughter again.
Home Instead Senior Care. To us, it's personal.
At Vein 911, we will help you feel great again. Do you have restless legs, night leg cramps, or ankle swelling? Restless legs, cramping, swelling, and tired heavy legs are often symptoms of hidden vein disease. You do not have to have visible bulging veins to have the symptoms of vein disease. The vein care specialists at Vein 911 are uniquely qualified to evaluate and treat your veins. Are you unhappy with your previous vein treatment? Vein 911 succeeds where others fail. Call Vein 911 today at 855-VEIN-911. That's 855-834-6911 to book your free consultation. Vein 911. We will help you feel great again.
Are you in need of new flooring or ready to tackle that home remodeling project? Then contact Yeager & Company Incorporated, a family-owned, state-certified general contracting business with over 70 years of experience and the recipient of the Angie's List Super Service Award for the last 8 years in multiple categories. Yeager & Company comes to you with their shop-at-home flooring sales service, and their hardwood flooring refinishing is the very best in the Bay. Kitchen and bath design featuring American-made, well-born cabinets, and all work is done by employees, not subcontractors. Learn more at YeagerFlooring.com.
If you've been following That Business Show on Facebook and Twitter, you may have noticed the quality of some of our images. That's because one of our sponsors is pro photographer Rick Taseda, a member of the Professional Photographers of America. You can view his extensive work by going to his website at ricktaseda.com or call him for an appointment to chat about your photography needs at 813-641-4757. That's 813-641-4757. Rick Taseda Visuals. Call him for your next event or project.
Savvy business owners utilize technology to connect with customers, communicate among teams, and collaborate with partners. Even with advances in technology, you all know it's not infallible. Where do you turn when your technology starts working against you? Who do you depend on to keep your team productive? Don't wait until your technology fails you. Get ahead of the crisis and contact the professionals at Alpha Computing Solutions so they can show you how to keep your technology running smoothly. Visit them online at www.alphacomputing.com.
Who doesn't have a smartphone these days? And of course, there's an app for everything. Well, almost everything. That's why the folks at Popcorn Apps started developing mobile applications. They saw people like you with genius ideas, unable to make those thoughts a reality. They develop applications for tens of thousands of dollars less than you'll find anywhere else, and will turn your idea into a reality in a matter of just a few months. Think you're not ready? Think again. They are your one-stop shop for mobile application development. See them at popcornapps.com with a K in popcorn, or call them at 727-415-6705 for your free consultation and pop your kernel of an idea into $1 million business and a world changer starting today. What's up, business rock stars? Are you ready to bring out the CEO in you? Join Julianne Nichols, CEO of Focus on You Strategy, every other Friday on That Business Show. She'll be talking with other chief entrepreneurial officers about how they grew their businesses. Remember, you could join the conversation at Focus on You Strategies Focus Fridays Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Focus Fridays. That's facebook.com/groups/Focus Fridays. Be the CEO of you.
From the RP Funding Traffic Network.
Heavy traffic on the eastbound side of the Courtney Campbell Causeway from before the big bridge towards Rocky Point. Also southbound Veterans Expressway from the Courtney Campbell Causeway to 275. Still some big delays on southbound 275 between Fletcher Avenue and Hillsborough. Crash off to the left-hand side there. See traffic problems, call the injury firm of Abrahamson Udork. Hillsborough traffic tip line 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by the Foundation for a Better Life.
She didn't just visit the sick and poor. She moved in with them because they needed help. Mother Teresa couldn't do it all, but she gave her all. Compassion. Pass it on. From the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
Chilly in the morning and then mostly sunny and warmer with a high 75. Tonight, not as cool, mostly clear, low 59. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high 78.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Missed a show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here are your hosts, Jamie and Kelly.
And welcome back to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business. Talking to Tim Pickens, owner and creator of the Wonderfall machine. Learn more at mywonderfall.com.
I don't think we realize exactly how amazing this machine actually is. During the break, I was talking with his wonderful wife, Tim's wife, Martha, about just exactly all of the places that this unique invention of yours is. And we were talking about all the retailers. American Eagle, you said, was your biggest retail order. Kate Spade's window. Cole Haan. List some of the Macy's you talked about this being in. And these are in their windows displays? Or like, where all are they using this?
Yeah, no, they use it in their window displays. They typically mount it above the header. And so when people are walking out on their sidewalk or inside a mall, that's the first thing they see is a snowfall effect, and they want to come inside and look
And
at
that's
it.
so funny. You were just telling us a story during the break, and I know we're on limited time, so I'll just say it real fast. But you were telling your sister or someone that you just got this order from a Kate Spade, thinking it was a person, and everybody got so excited because it was actually Kate Spade's retail.
I was so new to the business. I'd just gotten off the phone talking to somebody from Kate Spade, and I didn't quite understand because they were, I thought it was an individual. And my sister just called and she said, "So what's going on?" I said, "I just got a call from this lady, Kate Spade, and she wants to." And my sister just went, "Oh my God, Kate Spade!"
That's so funny. And then Jamie, of course, like, what's Kate Spade? I pull out my handbag and show him. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Everybody knows who Kate Spade is.
All women know what Kate Spade is.
Not men who don't use handbags, I guess. Does she design anything for men?
Well, I don't know.
Apparently not. So that's why
maybe.
I don't never heard of her.
Check it out. I don't know. Anyway, wow. So congratulations. Yeah, you are entirely too humble per all of your accomplishments and everywhere that you are. Any other major? I know Martha was telling us you're everywhere.
Yeah, we've been, well, it's been a long time. It's been 20 years. And so we've had a lot of opportunities to do some really creative things. We used to do some custom displays for Founders Inn up in Newport News, Virginia. We had a lot of fun with that. They had this huge Christmas tree. It seemed like it was about 30 feet high. And we created snowfall effects for them in that area. And
this is great to use not only at Christmas time, for birthdays and celebrations, anniversary parties, any type of party that you could use confetti or.
I was even told that gender reveal parties would be a great idea for this. And,
gender reveal parties.
Oh, like baby shower, like announcements.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh
no, that's great.
To do, yes.
Quickly, if you could go back, you said over 20 years. If you could go back in time and give yourself advice, the earlier you 20 years ago, what would be the biggest thing that you've learned over time that you would let yourself know?
The invention that popped into my head helped me understand how wonderful a creation we all are. And God uses our heart. Our heart's like a vessel, and He speaks to it. And He brings stuff to us, and we need to listen. The Bible says to watch over your heart with all diligence. And so you should respect what comes in and out of your heart and out of your mind, because those things are the things that change the direction of your life.
And don't dismiss them. Act on them.
That's right.
Really
Act
see it
on
through.
them.
Well, this interview very well timed, because this creation or invention here is perfect for the holiday season with all the different parties and events that are going on. People can get 50% off their first purchase,
That's right.
Yep. Visit mywonderfall.com to see how this device works specifically. And again, you can purchase this online and see how it works. mywonderfall.com and get 50% off of your first purchase.
It's magic in the air.
Yeah. Well, a good discussion, and congratulations on being so
it's amazing.
creative.
Congratulations to both
Thank
of
you, Jamie. Thank you, Kelly. It's
Thank
been
you.
wonderful being here.
All right. And again, Tim Pickens, owner and creator of the Wonderfall. Learn more at mywonderfall.com. Also, learn more about this program over at tampabayradio.com, and please connect with us all across social media. You'll find us on facebook.com/That Business Show, Twitter under Jamie_Meloni, and we do have a YouTube channel simply entitled Jamie Meloni, where all the high definition videos are placed by the hour. Also, we're on iTunes as a podcast, and also now on Google Play, which now supports podcasts for people that we're not familiar with that medium out there. Google Play now supporting podcasts, so all the podcast people out there as well. Be sure to put your RSS feeds up there. Very easy to do. Just Google how to submit your podcast to Google. We have a lot of people out there that do podcasts in the area. You've been listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business.